Hi Cancer, welcome. So Cancer, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to go into the spiritual general portion of the reading first, and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. If you're only interested in the you versus them portion, you can click on the timestamp in the description. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So Cancer, when I was preparing for your reading, I immediately got the song Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. I don't know if you're familiar with that song, but particularly the part of the song where she says, "And I got a ticket out of here." So I don't know, Cancer, if you're looking for change, if you're looking for travel, if you're looking for a one-way ticket out of a situation, I'm not very sure. But we shall see. And by the way, happy birthday to any of my Cancers. I hope it's a beautiful birthday season for you. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what energy we have coming through for you. I have a couple cards flipped, but I'm only going to keep the ones that fell out. So you have the 10th house of reputation and the square, as well as the ascendant. So this is talking about your responsibilities, but also the things that you want to do, not just the things that you have to do, and incorporating a little bit more of that into your routine. But I feel like it feels hard though. Like some of you, there are things that you want to do, but you have obligations or responsibilities or other things that may feel like they're standing in the way for you. Cancer, as you have the square here, which talks about stalls, tension, challenges, so there could be some challenges going on also within the workplace, FYI, but I feel like overall the outlook is very positive here. So you have the card of ascendant, which is talking about your first impressions, looking to the brighter side. To me, this is also about your attitude and how that plays a huge role in what you attract to you, right? Because whatever attitude you bring to the table will either attract more problems or more solutions, depending on your perspective and how you think about this. So let's get some Osho Zen cards out and see what else we have coming in. Ooh, that was fast. You have the card of silence. I also got that card in the Scorpio reading, could be connected to that reading. And healing and compromise. So I feel like silence can sometimes be your best friend and sometimes your own worst enemy. But in this case, I actually feel like you're being encouraged to, as opposed to like talk about a problem or vent or whatever, they're saying it'll amplify it, okay? And so sometimes it's best to work things out within us first and then see if we can't see the situation through a different set of eyes and then approach it if you need to. But I keep hearing silence is your best friend. So I feel like there's also healing and some sort of compromise coming through here in the situation. So yeah, wow. Very interesting start. Let's go into the head space, heart space, and the big spiritual picture and see what else we have for you, my Cancer. Whoa. King of Pentacles. I can't get that song out of my head. You got a fast car. Me myself, I got nothing to lose. All right, King of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. So that lyric is sticking out to me too, like this sense of like throwing your cares to the wind, nothing to lose. Some of you, it's a sense of like, you putting obligations or responsibilities ahead of your own needs. And maybe for your birthday season, you're like, no, I've got nothing to lose, right? And like prioritizing yourself. Some of you taking time off or a random trip may actually be helpful for you. There's like anything to take you out of the mundane, the normal, the day-to-day, right? So yes, King of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. So Cancer, this is, you finding your place, right? Finding your stability. But some of you, it's like you're comfortable with where you're at right now, but you're also missing out, or like there's a FOMO, fear of missing out, that makes you kind of want to escape, makes you kind of want to go in a different direction. But at the same time, I feel like you've invested a lot of time and energy into wherever you're currently at, whether that be in a home, a relationship, a job, all of the above for some of you. It's like, yeah, I've built this world around me, but I'm also kind of lonely in this world. I'm also kind of bored at times, or, you know, it's like when you do have alone time, it's not feeling as rejuvenating as it should be either. So this could be pushing you, Cancer, to kind of go outside of the box and to maybe even communicate about this if you need to communicate this. But at the same time, be careful who you vent to. Okay, sometimes silence is your best friend. Sometimes it's like you have a lot to say, but, you know, some things are better left unsaid. And instead, like, draw that energy back into yourself and focus on you and what's most important to you. So let's go further. That was a misfire. But those weren't. All right, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Queen of Wands. King of Cups, I'm sorry, Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords. So, yeah, so in the heart space, right, what's being highlighted is commitments, balance in relationships, creativity, you know, feeling more confident in yourself, romance, all the things that the universe has the wherewithal to provide you, wanting to come through for you during your birthday season. So you may actually be finding balance within a committed relationship right now, but maybe there's some things that you've been keeping silent that, you know, that maybe there needs to be a compromise about, right? So choose your battles. Sometimes here's how you know if it's better to speak on something or not. Path of least resistance, right? If you know, if you open up and you are vulnerable about something, that it'll create more problems for you, the path of least resistance sometimes is to resolve it within yourself and move along, right? But if you attempt to do that and it doesn't leave you, right? Meaning it's still nagging at you, it's still bothering you, it's still weighing on you, and you're not able to resolve it within yourself, then yeah, sometimes you do need to, in that case, the path of least resistance is to open up and to find some sort of compromise and some sort of challenge here. I do feel like there is a peaceful resolution or solution available, and to get kind of creative as well during this time frame, especially when it comes to your social life, your social sector, your friendships, romance, okay? Some of you, it's like passion being reunited inside of you and looking for that more playful type of energy, right? It's like you have this broad vision for what you want in your life, and your ability to manifest all of that is available to you, but you got to let it in. And how do you let it in? By chilling out, by practicing good feeling thoughts, by focusing on what makes you feel good and not the aspects that makes you feel bad. So it's almost like, you know, take the trip. I don't know. If you're thinking about that, might do you some good. Oh, they're giving me another song. It's Sheryl Crow. A change will do you good. I said a change will do you good. All right, let's see what else. 9 of Wands, the Hermit. The King of Cups and the 10 of Wands. So some of you are like on the fence, okay, about some sort of movement here in the energy, whether that's a physical movement that you're making or an energetic movement. I just feel like I definitely got the word on the fence. I think you need to kind of self-reflect a little bit more before you make any big decisions here. Although I'm getting the message that a change will do you good. So the universe always wants to push us towards change, right? It's us, it's the ego part of us, the human part of us that's like, I don't know, change is scary, right? Because you don't know what's on the other side, but what's on the other side is growth, experience, development. You didn't come here to live your whole life doing the same thing, mundane thing, day after day after day. Like, come on, this planet is vast. There's so much diversity here to explore. And, your spirit guides, they don't care, by the way. You're not punished. They're not mad at you if you decide that you would rather stay home. But there is a nudge here and an encouragement to kind of go with the flow, go with the change. Don't be so on the fence about it. Don't be so skeptical about this, Cancer. There's this big spiritual shift coming in as well on an emotional level, okay? And this has to deal with reflecting on how you feel, first and foremost, right? Especially if you've been feeling a little heavy, especially if you've been feeling like alone, even when you're not alone, because they're giving me the other song. Because I feel alone even when we're alone. And you don't have a clue. I feel alone even when I'm not alone. So sometimes it's best to be your own best friend. You know what I mean? Either way, I feel like I had to pause there for a second. So there's something here that's giving me a little bit of pause, right? Like a moment of reflection. And I feel like this is surrounding a relationship or something to deal with the social sector of your life where there's a moment of reflection here. And it has to deal with some sort of change here. Okay. So let's see what the guidance is. And then we're going to go into the detailed you versus them. Which, by the way, guys, you versus them, although most of the time it is going to resonate with an intimate partner, it's not always about an intimate partner. I mean, I've watched you versus thems where it resonated like with something I had going on with my mother or at work. So it's whoever is most predominant in your energy, right? Just something to take note of before we go into that portion. Anyways, here's your message. It says, stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. So whatever decision you make, this encouragement here, Cancer, is to stand your ground and empower yourself. And I hear that song again, because the change will do you good. Okay, so wow, interesting start. We're going to go into the you versus them portion of the reading. I'll see you in just a minute. And welcome back. We're going to go into the you versus them. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general read, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get into it for my Cancers. Overall energy for my Cancers. You have the trine here, Libra energy. For some of you, this is all about the flow, finding harmony, which is funny because in the spiritual portion of the reading, I was literally saying like, there's an encouragement here to kind of go with the flow, right? To go with the rhythm of life, to enjoy yourself, ease up a little bit, okay? And what a perfect time to be able to do that, being so close to your birthday season. So let's see what else we have. You have The Queen of Cups, which is all about spirituality. Wow, and the Knight of Cups, both about spirituality. So super hypersensitive, intuitive energy coming through for you, Cancer. Really connecting to the heart chakra, to your higher self, to your spiritual self. This person is in the Nine of Wands, but it came out in the reverse, so there's kind of like a little bit of a lackluster type of feeling over here. A lack of determination almost, or it could also be that this person is sort of just giving up on some sort of struggle. So let's see, we're going to go into the recent past and what led up to the now and see what's going on there. And then we're going to look at your perception of each other, how you both feel, and big spiritual pictures. So recent past energy, Four of Wands, Knight of Wands, Two of Cups, Page of Cups. So Cancer, again, this is highlighting your social circle, your friendship network, but also a soulmate connection could be this person. But it's next to the Page of Cups. So there is this message here about some of you, you know, there's love within the friendship circle, or you have a soulmate that maybe is a friend, which soulmates aren't always intimate. It doesn't always have to be an intimate partner. But there's definitely a correlation between the friendship or your social circle and soulmates, okay? So I feel like there's a sense of excitement coming through either way. You know, people that want to be on your side here, people that want to support you. I feel like you may have been in the space of like trying to keep an open mind about this person, or just like relationships in general, not closing yourself off, being in this really good like space emotionally as well, where you're kind of up for anything, right? Which is a really beautiful energy to be in. And honestly, this is when you're at your best, when you're open and flowing and being your authentic self. And I feel like that's exactly the space that you have been in. So let's see this person's recent past. Person's recent past. Ooh, Seven of Cups. Three of Swords. The High Priestess. I gotta say, like, is there like a weird energy here? Holy cow, that's a whole story. We cannot take that in novella. Okay, I'm gonna keep this for a second and then I'm gonna put it back. As soon as I saw these cards, I heard the song, They See Me Rolling, hating, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty. Weird. This is an outsider, FYI. We're going to come back to that in a second. All right, so person you're connecting with, they've had a lot of confusion when it comes to their love life. You know, this person's been hurt, but it's ultimately led them to where they are now. It's also helped them to listen to their intuition better. Sometimes the only way we learn is by getting hurt, right? Just like as a child, sometimes the only way to know not to touch a hot stove is to touch a hot stove and get burnt, you know? So you don't do that again. So it's almost like this person's had their own share of burns. It's like they're giving me the song by Usher, Let It Burn. But it's also taught them something, and it's taught them to listen more to their intuition than they ever have in the past. And it's actually created some sort of like renewal of energy in this person. Now, side note, alert, you see me rolling? Riding dirty. Okay, there's something creepy going on over here. You have, I don't feel this is related to this person. I think this is an outside situation where there could be an outsider that's like really stressing your connection or friendship with someone It's weird. It could be a friend that is somehow involved in the mix, or it's weird. It's like, oh, you have a frenemy. This would be someone who puts on a brave face, but also they, I don't want to, I mean, they're giving me the word pretend. Okay, I don't want to use that word, but they pretend to be something they're not. They pretend to be innocent and sweet, but really this person has a lot going on. You know, they seem to be stressing over something and they're keeping it hidden, and like they're the Queen of Swords underneath the Page of Cups. You see how sweet and unassuming this card is, and then underneath that it's like she's got a sword ready. You know what I mean? Could be feminine or masculine. I have both energies here. And I feel like you would know who this is if that part's resonating with you. But let's move forward. I'm going to put that back and we'll see what other messages we get out. So let's go into perception. The Devil. How do you perceive the person you're connecting to? Oh God, please get that song out of my head. The Devil, the Page of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Ooh. And the Empress, but I did take note of the Wheel. So, Cancer, when it comes to your perception of this person, I just feel like so the message I got was making light of an effed up situation. I don't know if that's you doing that or this person doing that. Like, there's kind of like this messed up energy here, but it's like somebody's making light of something. Like that's the way that they cope, you know, or maybe like, I don't know. Sometimes we cope through humor, you know, where, I mean, and I'm a big fan of that, to be honest with you. Of making light of something, you know, so that it doesn't eat you alive. And I feel like having like this more playful attitude is beneficial to you, actually. Kind of keeps you from going in the trenches. But at the same time, there's this back and forth energy and a sense of like connection here, okay, with this person. And the Empress to me also talks about health and well-being. So some of you need to find a fine balance between play and satisfaction versus, you know, being balanced with your mind, body, and soul, because they are highlighting taking better care of one's health here. I feel like there's something, they're giving me the song Inviting. There's something like alluring about this person, or maybe they feel that way about you. It's like there's something like playful about them that draws you in. But there's another side as well to this situation here, and it's requiring some sort of patience. So let's see. This is person's perception. Okay. Is this the cards? Yes. Those all came out really fast. Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Tower, the Death card, Death and Rebirth. Two energies of Scorpio that could be in their chart. Anyways, I feel like this person is, they're a trailblazer. it's funny because like they've been through a multitude of things here in the past, but it's ultimately helped them to listen to their intuition, and then they become the page. Look at all this wands energy here. And the page to me is a trailblazer. So I feel like this person is in this space of like going towards their dreams, going towards their goals, taking action on what they're passionate about. Maybe also at the same time going through big emotional changes and shifts, possibly even some endings here. Now, on the flip side of that, sometimes fire energy can be very impulsive as well and unpredictable. So it could be that also this person may have like impulsive tendencies where they make big changes and endings without truly weighing it out. So there's like a caution for your cross watcher not to jump into anything unless they truly feel passionate about it. But I do feel a lot of passion in this person. I do feel a lot of tenacity, you know, like it's kind of exciting. And maybe that's what excites you or allures you about this person, is they're kind of like a trailblazer, like they're kind of exciting. Or maybe they see you that way, because it can be vice versa. Maybe they see you like that. All right, so let's go into the emotional space then and see what we have going on under there. 8 of Wands. The Star. Whoa. The King of Pentacles. And the Tower. Woo. I'm so extra lately. Okay, so in the emotional space, wow, beautiful energy. I love this. This is positive change. This is a positive Tower moment, right? Like lightning is hitting this bush and it's catching fire, but it's also clearing the land for new to grow, right? And releasing all of these butterflies. And so it's like sometimes change feels destructive to us initially, but it's actually clearing the path for something new to come. And I also picked that up in the spiritual portion of the reading as well. So it's like getting back into the groove of things is what's coming through. I feel like there's movement forward or communication here that is both fulfilling and healing and like wish fulfillment, and it's helping you to feel comfortable. Some of you may actually be realizing a manifestation or something coming to fruition that you've held in your mind, that you've held in your heart, which nothing is more exciting than holding something in your energy and then watching it become a reality, right? So I feel like a sense of excitement in the spirit world for whatever's coming in for the Cancerians watching this reading. Some of you have been wishing for movement, change, and it's a coming, but at a comfortable pace is what I heard. So let's see this person's emotional space. King of Pentacles. Judgment, Temperance, and the Fool. Like, I keep getting this song, Groove is in the Heart. Groove is in the Heart. That's the whole song. All right. This person's ready for new beginnings and ready to make some decisions about their love life as well. They just have this very tenacious spirit. if there was a level of uncertainty here in the past and a lack of determination, that's definitely changing. Like, I feel like this person has like something that's been lit under their ass, right? Not literally, but that's propelling them forward towards some sort of change here, but they're ready for it. Like, in their heart of hearts, like they feel ready, they feel grounded, they feel prepared, they're ready to go on the next adventure, the next trip, whatever. They are emotionally in a much more peaceful place than they were in the past, and now making decisions that are best for them. Bravo. Let's see what the big spirit, or the next likely outcome is then. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 5 of Wands, Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands. So I feel like here's an opportunity for you to capitalize, okay, on an opportunity here. As long as you go with the flow. And I'm not even sure this is related to the connection. This could be related to the spiritual portion of the reading. But on an emotional level, I feel like be careful about heading into rough waters or letting tension and conflict and a sense of competing even get in the way of your happiness, right? Some of you, it's like a sense of wanting to escape. And I got that in the first message. So like if your immediate surroundings or wherever you're at emotionally is not feeling good to you, I feel like this immense desire to just like kind of escape and go into your happy space almost. Like, I feel like some of you may be keeping yourself in a space that you're not quite happy in because you've invested time and energy, but it's time for a change. You know that it's time for a change. You feel that coming, and listen to your heart here and be confident. Be confident. There is a chance that there'll be some sort of compromise here after a conflict, okay? It may or may not be related to the connection, but I also picked that up in the spiritual reading, and it's come out again here in the you versus them reading. So let's see this person's most likely outcome. That's it. Ace of Cups. 5. What? Why do their cards always come out all at once? All right, Ace of Cups, 5 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Holy roller coaster over here. So this person is tenacious. Is that a word? I think so. You know, trailblazer type of energy. They could be like almost afraid of nothing, to be honest with you, is kind of what I'm feeling. But at the same time, they are very up and down still. Like, they're in love, but they're also at odds at times with themselves, or they create challenges where there don't need to be challenges. There's some sort of competitiveness around the connection. And this could be what the outsider was about. The outside friend or whoever that is competition, or I don't know, it's so weird. Competing for someone's attention. Something about that going on. Oh, I'm getting like people pleaser vibes where like this person really needs to be cautious about, you know, filling others' cups up, or too many people's cups up, giving their attention to more than one person, or I'm not necessarily saying like a cheating scenario, but it could be. But you know what I mean? Just like it's trying to be everything to everyone or something, or like overgive of themselves, and then they have nothing to give. Because I just get a sense of like they're getting emotionally drained, and they need to do some sort of reflection on this. Because sometimes I feel like on one hand, this person wants love, right? Or they want to go towards all this loving energy. But then there's something that pulls them back to this more selfish part of themselves. I don't want to say selfish, or self-love. Or it's like, oh, I know what this is. All right. For a small group of you, you know what it is? It's like, oh my God, I'm just going to say it. I'm tripping up my words by trying to hold it back. Like, this person could be like tenacious, a trailblazer. Maybe they get a lot of attention and they have confidence, and that's good. But maybe they also use that confidence to boost their ego. And they're like, okay, if you want my attention, compete for it. If you want my love, show me, you know, because I've got all this going on for myself. But actually, they are draining themselves at the same time by behaving like that, right? As opposed to just genuinely filling their cup up and not making it about competition or tit for tat. You do this for me, I do this for you. I just get a sense like, if you want me to invest my time into you, then you need to compromise something, or there needs to be a compromise in order for this to work, or that's what they're saying, or someone is feeling that way. See, because behind all of this, they want things to come together, and they fear that it actually won't come together. But they would never show that fear, or they're not showing that fear. I could like literally go on and on about this. I'm getting so many different messages. But I think I'm going to stop there. This person questions, it's funny because they've been through a lot, but they do still like sometimes question themselves, and sometimes they feel like maybe I gave up on the wrong thing, or like I gave up something to have something, and now I feel conflicted about that, and they weigh it out, and it's not really healthy for them to do that because it brings down their energy, and it also creates tension to their heart space. And for some of them, they also feel like love is a struggle, you know, or they struggle with genuinely investing themselves into a connection for fear of regret. or that they won't get what they have given, but that's not ever true. The universe always provides you with what you give others. So yeah, wow. I could literally keep going, but we'll be here forever. So let's get some guidance cards and see. Why don't all your cards want to come out at once? Oh, I can't read all of those. No. No, no, no. No, no. I'm going to keep that one. Oh, yeah, that one. This one for Cancer. This is really interesting that you got this, considering what the spiritual reading said about when to be vulnerable and when to not be vulnerable. This is the card of vulnerability. It says, this is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar, where your decision will be based on intuition rather than rationality. Sorry, I have the hiccups. This came out of nowhere. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow negative. This person has self-sabotage. I don't know where they, how did I get the hiccups randomly? All right, this person has self-sabotage and choices. So this is an encouragement for this person to learn how to get out of their own way. Most of the time, it's not another who prevents you from achieving your goals. It's your own inner voice that's derailing you. And then they also have the card of choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside of you and apply it positively to your outside world. Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting reading. I'm going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs that you may be connecting with or have in your own birth chart. I have Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Aries, Scorpio again, oh my goodness, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces again, and Cancerian energy, that's you. But since it's a general reading, could be dealing with any of the zodiac signs. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe, please. Also, you may, if for my longtime subscribers, you may want to hit the subscribe button so it unsubscribes you and then resubscribe by hitting it again. Because a lot of my subscribers are no longer getting the notifications of my videos. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Like, they're also not suggesting my videos to the public, only to my subscribers, which is very super disheartening because it's definitely stunted my channel growth. Somehow I fell off the algorithm. Help me get back on the algorithm, guys. And the way you can do that is by interacting with the video, sharing it, hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, unsubscribe and resubscribe. And talk about me in your tarot chats, in your Facebook chats. Share my stuff. I know I have a lot of Cancerians that follow me, so I appreciate all of the support and love. And yes, either way, I'm wishing you the very, very best and a very happy birthday season. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.